all. Alrighty. We should be live right about now, and yep, there it is. Alright, cool. We are here and rearing to go. Ooh, look at this fancy screen of how YouTube Studio with streams work. That's dope. So, this is not the cast, don't worry. Hold on one moment. Ooh, we got a ton of people here. Welcome, all of you guys. This is absolutely insane. Oh, I was looking at the wrong chat, never mind. Welcome, you guys. Hold on, I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Icawon Queen, agreed. So, we are making a Dream Big Brother All-Stars cast. Let's get to the edit cast screen here. We're making the cast of 16. 8 males, 8 females. I will allow over the top. I'll allow BB Canada, sure. But no celeb Big Brother, no British Big Brother, Australian, whatever. Yeah. And that's basically it. The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Aw, diggity dang, dog. That's sucky. Alright. So yeah. 16 people. I'm just gonna throw in a couple of my... Oh yeah, we have a wheel. So if we end up getting more than 16 people, we'll toss them in this wheel. So let me just toss a couple names in. Dan, Derek, Dr. Will, Daniel Riz, Vanessa, Janelle. Just to get a few names in there to start us. Let me see if I can pull up chat now on a separate window I've got here. Kaser, alright. I am totally cool to throw Kaser in. There may actually be a more effective way for me to look at chat here. If I can pull it up. Krista from Big Brother 2. Let me just refresh myself. Krista. I'll throw her on the cast if you want, for sure. Like, I'll throw her on the wheel, but let me just say I'm not going to be heartbroken if they don't make it. Rachel Riley. Solid pick. Danny. Overall, I'm trying to even out the genders on this wheel, just so you guys know. Because we usually have even gendered casts on BB. Memphis. Alright. Toss Memphis in there. That's 11 names already. Lawan, alright, I'm down. Throw Lawan in there. McCrae. Yep. I'm totally cool through McCrae in. I'll also throw in a courtesy Amanda. Gary Levy from BB Can. Yes, BB Can is allowed. And you know what? If we're throwing in a BB Can male, let's throw in Ika Wong. Let's get a ton of suggestions rolling here, guys. Paris, alright. Paris. Sabrina. To help even out the genders here, I think I'm going to throw in Kevin Martin. Johnny from BB Can 6, alright. FYI, I haven't watched too much of BB Can, so if I need any educating, let me know. Fabio, no. Celebrity Big Brother is not allowed. BBOTT is allowed, BB Can, BBUS main. That's it. Marcellus. Dominic Briones. Chicken George. Who else should go in this wheel? Tim Dormer, alright. I think we're a bit short on females here, so let's get Netta. Cassandra Shahinfar. Is that BB Can? I think that's BB Can person. Okay, yeah, it is. Sorry guys, I haven't watched too much. Cassandra, BB Can. Audrey. Johnny Mac is not yet on there. Vanessa B, you're going to specify which Brittany here. There's a lot of Brittany's in Big Brother. we are coming up with a solid list here. Thank you so much, Fabio. I'm working on a similar video for BB17 as we speak. I think I'm currently in week 7. Eon, I'm doing BB17. Brittany Haynes. Yeah, that's solid. Brittany Haynes. Alyssa. Thanks, Fabio. Oh, throwing Becky. I missed Becky. Alright. So how many people are there here? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Erica from BB Can 6. Dane BB Can 7. Oh, it does say how many entries. I'm blind. Alright. Let's get 3 more, and then we'll cut it. Erica, alright. Ronnie BB11, finally someone who shares my tastes in second chancers. I really want Ronnie back on a season. Chima. Jeff and Jordan. I'm not gonna put Jeff on this cast. I don't feel right putting him on over Jordan. So there it is. There's our cast. Actually, you know what? I feel like there's a couple more entertaining people I need to throw on here. Godfrey. Zach Rance. Davon. And Nikki Graham. Yeah, sorry guys, I have to check who's actually... Oh, Big Meech. Oh my god, there's so many suggestions actually. Nikki Graham, Frankie, Ian. It was the Philippe brothers, right? I think. Paquette Bros. Nicole F. Okay. And that, I think that's where I'm going to cut it off. That's 44 people, only 16 are making the cast. 8 men, 8 women. Oh, Kayla, you got more? Okay, let's get Jody, Cameron. We'll throw Glenn and David on while we're ahead. Alright. I'm closing entries in 1 minute. 1 minute. Victor. Alex, BB19. Jason, BB19. Cody Calafiore. Fabio, that's a fair point. Damn, we're just getting the whole cast of BB19 on here, huh? Alright. They already throw... I didn't throw Paul on here, might as well. I was thinking about it. Alright, that's all of BB19 I'm putting on. I'm not putting the whole cast of them on there. Alright. Submissions are over. 55, only 16 will make it on the actual cast. Many of you, I'm sure, will be heartbroken. Let's shuffle this up. 8 males, 8 females will make it. The first person onto the cast. Oh, wait. This doesn't count. This doesn't count. We have one last-minute submission. I'm sorry, Luan. But Helen Kim, I think, deserves to be on there. Let's reshuffle this. Now submissions are fully closed, no matter what. First, house guest. What up, Kaser? The first house guest. Kaser Rita. Up next. Oh, that was so close. But our first female is Erica. Oh, wait, no. I'm on BBUS still. Is Erica from BB Can 6. That was so close to Dr. Will. Dominic has made it back. He was just a small fan vote away from possibly being back in BB13, but there is a chance that he could crush it this season. You and me both, Kayla. You and me both. Rancy Pants, Zach Rance on the cast. Pencil it in. That's the Zach attack. From BB Can, Kevin Martin. Gotta switch to BB Can. That's awesome, Kayla. Ew. I agree, Eon. Krista from Big Brother 2 is on the cast. That was Eon, you suggested, right? Dane from BB Can 7. Frankie has made it. We only have 2 more male spots left. Johnny from BB Can 6. One spot left in males. Danny Briones is on with her husband for another shot at the game. Sorry, Sarah Siriani, but Jason Roy is not on the wheel. You came in a bit late, but we do have Frankie for what that's worth. Alright, let's get this going. Danielle Reyes is on the cast. Now that is an all-star. Oh shit, we don't have Donnie on here. It's fine, we already have fucking half the cast of BB16. Paris from BB Can is in. Oh, I'm still on BBUS. Paris? The final male spot goes to the Paquette Bros from BB Can 4. Half of the males are from BB Can. Alright. Listen. If the entire chat... Okay, it seems that a majority of chat does not want the Paquette Bros on. So, this one time, this is the one time I will veto a wheel. But I cannot guarantee who will take their spot. I'll take it. Paul is the final male. I will absolutely take it. Overall, these males are pretty good. Not S tier, but yeah. 3 more females. And hey, once we're done with this simulation, I might do another one if y'all want one. Just saying. Oh, thank God we're full with male slots. Oh, we're full with male slots. We're full with male slots. Oh, it keeps landing on all of the best male picks now that we're out of slots. Oh no. Ooh, this is gonna be a fun season. Chima is on. Elena is on. What? There we go. There's one more female spot left. And it has been taken by Netta Kalantar. Hey, besides a few weird wildcard picks, this is a pretty solid cast. Kayla, stick around. We might do another one. But for now, this is our cast of 16. Let me just quickly edit this up. Logo BB22. Profiles, I'll definitely do. I'm definitely gonna need some help with the likes of the BB Can people. And maybe some of the BBUS people on that, but I'll try and do that. Alright, we're not going to do any pre-made alliances. Should relationships be random or fully gone through? Kayla, it's because it's BB21. Are you sure you wanted someone from BB21? Random them? Alright. Alright. Popularity can also be random. It's already randomized from the start. Profiles. So, there's two different sections. Competition ability and just general other attributes. So, I think for comp ability, we can keep it average unless they're extraordinarily good at something. Andrew, there is an option in here to cast Julie, and I thought it would be really funny to throw her in the wheel just for the heck of it, but I decided against it. Rock, I think we're keeping Danny in here. The general consensus is thank God Danny's in. Alright. Should we randomize it or should we just keep it average? Because I don't think there's anyone who's too extraordinarily good at comps in here. Actually, Danny Briones can get forward endurance. Oh, Jesus. Google. Alright, give me a moment. Actually, I think I have a way to do this. It's gonna take a little bit, but actually, never mind. I don't want to delay this. Okay, so Beast with mental and alright, mental Beast for Kevin. Great with those. Overall great then. Frankie would also be great endurance. Netta, great with endurance. Andrew, I'd say at latest mid-September. At latest. Erica's amazing at physical comps. Kaser is great at mental. Actually, it wasn't endurance for Frankie, that was physical. Elena was pretty bad. Paul's good at mental. Netta beast at mental. Alright. We'll come back to comps if we need to. So let's look down here. Strategic ability, loyalty, social skills, and temperament. I'm just gonna start. That was good, right? That's good. That works. Danny. Dane strategy 5. Daniel Reyes strategy 5. Frankie strategy 4. Kaser strategy 4, 5. Kevin 5. Netta 4. Paul 5. Zach 4. Dan loyalty 4. Social skills 5. Temperament 2. Dominic strategy 2. Netta 5. Johnny 4. Elena 2. Erica 2. I'd say Danny is pretty trustworthy. Daniel Reyes, trustworthy. Dominic, trustworthy. Elena, trustworthy. Frankie, average. Kaser's trustworthy. Danny, loyalty 1. Alright. If you say so. I'll throw Paul at a 3. Actually, I'll throw Paul at a 2. Zach at a 2. Actually, 3. Erica was average. Give me a moment. Alright. Social skills. Daniel Ray is great. Dominic, average. Frankie, great. Kaser, decent. Johnny, 2. Netta, 2. Paul is a 4. Rant is a 2. Besides that, I think everyone's average on that category. Actually, Kevin's probably 4. Temperament. This is where it gets tricky. Well, Zach's a 2. You'd give Netta 3. Didn't you just say Netta 2, though? Oh, are you saying loyalty? Ah, I see. Erica, loyalty 4. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought you meant on social skills. Sorry. Yeah. Netta, I can throw up at 3. Krista, 4 for loyalty or social? For social, okay. Alright. Let me just quickly get through temperament. Oh, 2 for strategic for Krista. Yeah, fair. Temperament. Paul, average. Parse, average. Netta, 2. Krista, average. Parse, 5 social skills, alright. Frankie. Oh, I accidentally mismarked. I thought that was 1, 3, 5. Hold on a moment. If I have them both social and temperament, alright. Always calm then? Because 5 on temperament is always calm. So let's see. Frankie. Let's just breeze through temperament and then start the actual sim. Danny's average. Daniel Ray's is usually calm. Eric, temperament 2, you say? Sure. Dominic is usually calm. Wayne is average. I'm gonna put Paris at 4. I don't think From what I've heard, I don't think it would be wise to throw Paris in the same tier as Netta, Kevin, Daniel Reyes, Paul. I also don't think I would throw Dane up there. Frankie's average, Johnny's average, Kaser is usually calm. Krista is actually usually calm, I think. Alright. I think that sets it. That's where I'm putting the attributes. That's it. We're starting the actual simulation now. So, let's begin with alliances. There's so many already. There is a seemingly solid final two deal between Frankie and Paul. They've brought in a group of 3 with Erica, Elena, and Netta. Then there is a separate alliance with Erica and Frankie going off and getting Johnny. Meanwhile, Elena and Paul branched off to get Krista. And then there's another final two deal with Danny and Zach Rance. These are some very interesting alliances to have before the first HOH. Very interesting indeed. First HOH comp. Dane finishes last. Both Dane and Paris threw it. Elena, Daniel Reyes, Netta, Johnny, Zach, Dominic, Chima, Paul, Erica, Kevin, Danny all don't win it. Yes, Paris throwing. Final 3 of Krista, Kaser, and Frankie. Frankie in 3rd place. The first HOH is Krista. Alright. We're gonna bring back the key wheel this season. Johnny, you are safe. Paul, you are safe. Erica, you are safe. Zach Rance, Danny, Elena, Frankie, Dominic, Paris, Kevin, Kaser, Chima, and Netta, all safe. Danielle Reyes and Dane are the first 2 nominees. Krista draws Paul for house guest choice. Daniel Reyes draws Johnny. Dane draws Kevin. The veto is the spelling comp. Kevin threw it. Johnny, Paul did not spell very good words. We are down to the HOH and the 2 noms in the comp. Daniel Reyes finishes 3rd. And Dane has won the power of veto. Squeeze me for one moment. That can't be who I think it is, right? In chat, it is. Sup, Infernox? Alright. Dane uses the power of veto on himself. So, Krista's replacement nominee is Paris. Ooh. Just like that. Kaser finds Krista creepy, telling the other house guests. Oh no, with Dominic in the house too. That's crushing. Oh my god. That's amazing. Krista tries to throw Johnny under the bus to save their own butt after Kaser called them creepy. And Kevin and Shima bond slightly. Over what? I have no clue. It's time for the first live eviction. Shima votes to evict Paris. Dane votes to evict Paris. Danny votes to evict Paris. Dominic votes to evict Paris. Elena votes to evict Danielle Reyes. Erica votes to evict Paris. That is 5 votes Paris, 1 vote Danielle Reyes. Frankie votes to evict Danielle Reyes. Johnny votes to evict Danielle Reyes. Kaser votes to evict Danielle Reyes. Kevin votes to evict Danielle Reyes. We are at a tie. 5 votes Paris, 5 votes Danielle Reyes, 3 votes left. Netta votes to evict Paris. Paul votes to evict Danielle Reyes. Is all down to Zach Rance's vote. Zach votes to evict Danielle Reyes. So by a vote of 7-6, Danielle Reyes, you are the first person evicted from the Big Brother All-Stars house. What a vote. That's insane, dude. Whew. Let me split the memory wall real quick. There we go. Yep. Seems like Paris did pull her social skills and managed to pull in just enough votes to stay. Barely. The alliances... Ooh, the alliance between Frankie and Paul, formed before the first HOH, is already no more. Though they still have a ton of side alliances. So it's basically maneuver the eggs through the fence comp. Kaser, Frankie not doing good, Netta threw it, Shima, Kevin, Elena, Johnny, Danny, Dominic, Eric, Zach, all not doing great. Is down to Paul, Dane, and Paris. Paris goes from 1 vote away from being evicted to HOH. The power swings. Kevin, Zach, Paul, Johnny, Elena, Kaser, Dane, Krista, Chima, Erica, Dominic, Frankie are all safe. The 2 nominees, Netta and Danny, What a fucking move by Paris. Insane. Wow. Paris draws Chima. Netta. Houseguest choice picks Elena. Danny picks Paul and draws Paul. This is disgusting. On my daughter's birthday, you would drag my name through the mud like this. It's the stay or fold comp. Top three are Netta, Paul, and Paris. Paris finishes third. And Netta has won the power of veto. That's how you do it. Netta uses the veto on herself. The replacement nominee, Krista. Paris? Alright. I just didn't think it would be pronounced like the Pokemon. Alright, Paris nominates Krista as the replacement nominee. Dane tells a heartfelt story about why he needs the money. Kaser, who has a wife, starts having a showmance with Erica. I should probably take this event out. I hand put it in. Kaser is married. Krista invents a new game. This might keep her safe, it might not. Oh yeah, and Frankie isolates himself. Chima votes to evict Danny. Dane votes to evict Krista. Dominic votes to evict Danny. Excuse me. See, this is why we set the relationships in advance. Because we can get... Actually, he might have found out about the showmance with Zach. That might be the reason. Never mind. Elena votes to evict Danny. Erica votes to evict Krista. Frankie votes to evict Krista. 3-3. Johnny. Kayla, I hope you're going to see Johnny Mac. The replay will be up after the stream is up no matter what. After the stream is done no matter what, so you can watch back. Hello, Winter Vegetable. Alright, we continue with the live vote. Johnny votes to evict Krista. Kaser votes to evict Krista. 5-3. Kevin votes to evict Krista. 6-3. Netta. With 7 votes, it's official. Krista will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight. But let's see how the other 2 votes fall. Paul votes to evict Danny. Zach votes to evict Krista. And with that, by a vote of 8-4, Krista, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. The alliance of Elena and Paul is no more. I think that Krista might have been the glue holding that alliance together. Each house guest has a mirror image standing next to a small platform. While standing on the platform, each house guest must hold one hand over the button on their identical counterpart's mouth. If they release it, they'll be eliminated. Kaser, Danny, drop early. Dominic, Johnny, Chima, Elena, Erica, Kevin, Zach, Netta. We're down to Frankie, Dane, and Paul. Frankie finishes third. Congratulations, Paul! He tried to throw the comp, but still managed to win it. It's an endurance comp. How did you do that, Paul? Frankie, Netta, Paris, Dominic, Johnny, Erica, Chima, Elena, Danny, Kevin, Dane, all safe, meaning that the two nominees are Zach and Kaser. Wow. Paul draws Elena. Zach draws Danny. Kaser, house guest choice, picks Erica. Paul decides to throw the veto. Elena finishes 5th. You're placing balls in your tubes. Kaser finishes 4th. Zaka, this is Brantsteele. We ended up randomly picking 16 past house guests, threw them into this, and now it's simulating through, and one will win. Yeah, Elena finishes 5th, Kaser 4th. So the top 3 in this comp are Danny, Erica, and Zach. Zach couldn't quite get there. Neither could Erica. Danny wins the veto. In the end, Danny decides to use the power of veto to save Zach. What a move. Paul, you must now make a replacement nomination. Paul nominates Kevin. Oh god. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Dane flips Johnny's mattress. Netta makes an effort to improve relationships. Erica irrationally lashes out at Paris. Paul holds a house meeting to apologize for his behavior. It's well received. Alright. Yes, Zach and Danny are in a showmance. You're right, Vanessa. That's the reason. That is the canonical reason. Chima votes to evict Kevin. Dane votes to evict Kevin. Danny votes to evict Kevin. Dominic votes to evict Kaser. Elena votes to evict Kevin. Erica votes to evict Kevin. Frankie votes to evict Kevin. With 6 votes, it's official. Kevin will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight. Johnny votes to evict Kevin. Netta votes to evict Kaser. Paris votes to evict Kevin. Zach votes to evict Kevin. So by a vote of 9-2, Kevin, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. And just like that, the only winner in the house... Actually, no, I'm wrong. The only male winner in the house, if I'm remembering right, is out. Here's where alliances stand. It's endurance. Hang from disco balls. Frankie threw it. Danny, Dominic, Elena, Johnny, Zach fall. Chima, Kaser threw it. Netta falls. It's down to Erica, Paris, and Dane. Paris falls. Dane does as well. Erica, the new HOH. Kaser's safe. Netta safe. Dominic is safe. Chima is safe. Frankie is safe. Johnny is safe. Danny is safe. Dane is safe. Elena is safe. Paul is safe. The two nominees are Paris and Zach. Now that's a move. Elena, Paris House Guest Choice picks Dominic, and Zach picks Frankie. In the end, you must maneuver a wooden card through a maze for the veto. Eric finishes third. Paris finishes second. Elena wins the veto and does not use it. Frankie makes an inappropriate comment. Johnny threatens to quit. Ooh! Are they both single? Are they both single? I don't know. Could someone look it up? Like, I've legitimately got no clue. I think Paul is single too. So this is actually feasible, but I don't want to imagine it happening. Chima votes to evict Zach. Dane votes to evict Zach. Danny votes to evict Paris. Dominic votes to evict Zach. Elena votes to evict Paris. Frankie votes to evict Paris. 3-3. Johnny votes to evict Zach. Kaser votes to evict Paris. Netta votes to evict Paris. It's all down to Paul's vote. Paul votes to evict Paris. So by a vote of 6-4, Paris, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. It's the walk on the rolling log, hold the thing. Paul threw it. Kaser falls. Danny threw it. Chima, Johnny, Netta, Elena, Zach all fall. It's down to Dominic, Dane, and Frankie. Frankie slips. And so does Dane. He threw it. Dominic wins his first HOH in BB history. Johnny, Danny, Chima, Dane, Elena, Zach, Frankie, Kaser, Erica are all safe. The nominees are Paul and Netta, putting up the showmance. What a move. That's a move. Dominic gets house guest choice. Picks Chima. Paul draws Zach. Netta draws Frankie. It's Otev! Final three are Chima, Netta, and Frankie. Chima finishes third. Frankie's second Netta once again wins the power of veto. Unkillable. Netta uses the power of veto on herself. Dominic's replacement nominee is Danny! He really just snapped and went, yup, I know you're cheating on me. And then Danny starts yelling at him. Holy shit. That's an episode if I've ever seen one. Johnny tries to throw Frankie under the bus. Erica invents a new game. And now that Dominic knows about Danny cheating on him, he starts having a showmance with Chima. And now Paul and Chima start bonding. Chima votes to evict Danny. Dane votes to evict Danny. Elena votes to evict Danny. Erica votes to evict Danny. Frankie votes to evict Paul. Johnny votes to evict Paul. Kaser votes to evict Paul. Netta votes to evict Paul. Is 4-4 is all down to Zach's vote. Zach votes to evict. Paul keeping Danny in the house. Now that is gonna be great TV. So by a vote of 5-4, Paul, you're the final pre-juror. Oh yeah, Netta voted out her own showmans. That's funny. I mean, Netta knows the art of voting out a showmance. You have to sit in a bathtub with water. They're gonna dump disgusting stuff in. It's kind of like pressure cooker, but with a bathtub. Netta and Johnny throw it right away. Zach, Chima, Erica, Kaser, and Danny all get out. Final three are Frankie, Dane, and Elena. Frankie and Dane are doing consistently well in comps. Frankie third. Elena second. Dane tried to throw it, but still won. What is with people trying to throw endurance comps and still winning them? How do you do this? Like, how? Alright, the nominees are Johnny and Zach. Dane draws Erica. Johnny draws Frankie. Zach draws Danny. The Garden of Veto. You have to lie in your trough for an hour. The person who comes closest to an hour without going over wins. Johnny wins the power of veto. Uses it on himself. The replacement nomination is Elena, and once again the replacement nominee starts yelling at the HOH. Erica and Chima bond. Elena invents a new game. Netta almost gets into a physical fight with Frankie. That would be amazing to watch. Kaser and Erica start having a showmance, and right after, Dominic starts trying to flirt with her while in a showmance with Chima, who is now bonding with Erica. Wow. This is truly some tension. Shima votes to evict Zach. Danny votes to evict Elena. Dominic votes to evict Zach. Erica votes to evict Zach. Frankie votes to evict Zach. With 5 votes, it's official. Zach will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight. Kaser votes to evict Elena. Netta votes to evict Zach. So by a vote of 6-2, Zach, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. The first member of jury. The alliance of Elena, Erica, and Frankie has dissolved, leaving us with just these 2 alliances. Elena, Erica, Frankie, and Netta, and then Erica and Frankie also dealing with Johnny. The BB Rager. You have to carry the kegs across the balance beam. The top 3 are Frankie, Danny, and Kaser. Kaser third. Frankie wins HOH. It makes sense because he had this comp on his original season. The alliance of white backgrounds. I know, all of the alliances this season were just white backgrounds besides Krista. Frankie nominates Netta and Shima. Ooh. Frankie draws Danny. Netta picks Erica with house guest choice. Shima draws Johnny. Shima wins the power of veto. Actually, wait, Frankie is in an alliance with Netta. What the fuck? Wow. That's a move. Shima wins the power of veto. The replacement nominee is Dominic. Wow. So Frankie put up Shima. Shima saved herself, and now her showmance is the replacement. Kaser opens up to Dane. Dane isolates himself from the house. Netta tries to call out Dane and how he deserves to leave, and then tries to tell a heartfelt story about why she needs the money. I think she's gone. Shima votes to evict Netta. Dane votes to evict Netta. Danny votes to evict Netta. Elena votes to evict Dominic. Erica votes to evict Dominic. Johnny votes to evict Dominic. It is all down to Kaser's vote. Kaser votes to evict Netta. So by a vote of 4-3, Netta, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Stars house. And this is our final 9. There's a new alliance. Erica and Frankie, loyal to each other at the highest level. They're trying to go all the way to the end. It's question answering. The answer will be a number between 0 and 9. Top 3, Kaser, Dominic, and Dane. Kaser third. Dominic second, which means Dane is once again the HOH. Puts up Johnny and Danny. Dane draws Frankie. Johnny draws Chima. Danny picks Elena with house guest choice. Aim the cameras at the correct house guests. So it's kind of like it's the pointing cameras Battle of the Block from 17, if you've watched that. Chima and Frankie threw it. Down to Elena, Dane, and Danny. Danny third. Elena second. Dane wins the veto. Decides not to use it. Erica tells a heartfelt story about why she needs the money. Johnny isolates himself from the house. And Kaser breaks one of Dane's items after the veto, meaning he can't be put up for it. Haha. Chima votes to evict Johnny. Dominic votes to evict Danny. Elena votes to evict Johnny. Erica votes to evict Danny. Frankie votes to evict Danny. Kaser votes to evict Danny. So by a vote of 4-2, Danny, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. I'm sorry, Eon. The alliances stay as they are for now. It seems like we have a solid, basically, just by association, we have a solid 4 of Elena, Erica, Frankie, and Johnny, with Erica and Frankie at the core. Third place, Elena. Second place, Johnny. Kaser is your new HOH. Puts up Elena and Chima. Kaser draws Erica as house guest choice. Elena picks Dane. Chima picks Frankie. You have to transport blocks across a balance beam. Chima finishes third. And Erica finishes second. Dane has won the power of veto. Decides not to use it. Likes Chima, but would like to see Elena leave. Wow. I love how Elena is the one unfazed by that, but Chima's the one who's angry as all hell. Yes, Infernox. Not only has Kaser made jury, but he's made it through 4 evictions into jury. Frankie isolates himself. Elena finds Kaser creepy. Chima accidentally makes an inappropriate comment. We'll see how this shakes out. Dane votes to evict Elena. Dominic votes to evict Elena. Erica votes to evict Chima. Frankie votes to evict Chima. And Johnny votes to evict Chima. So by a vote of 3-2, Chima, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. It seems like her and the producers are going to need to have a little bit of a talk. Honestly, I think if Chima hadn't made the inappropriate comment in the events phase there, she might have stayed. Well, there goes the final two between Erica and Frankie. That took what, 2 weeks? House kits are mounted on a ledge of a building that will gradually lean inwards. Johnny threw it. Erica and Dominic fell. Dane falls. And Elena falls. Frankie wins HOH. Nominates Johnny and Dane. Frankie draws Elena. Johnny draws Dominic. Dane draws Kaser. The only person not playing in this veto is Erica. It's house guests connect pipes to create a path for a ball to roll through. Dane finishes third. Frankie a bit too slow. Elena wins the veto and does not use it. Kaser attempts to call out Frankie and how he deserves to leave. And Elena has an emotional breakdown. Dominic votes to evict Dane. Elena votes to evict Dane. Erica. With 3 votes, it's official. Dane will leave the Big Brother house tonight. But let's see how Kaser votes. I vote to evict Dane. So by a vote of 4-0, Dane, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. We are down to 6. We have 2 3-person alliances with Erica and Frankie in both. Seems like the people on the outs are Kaser and Kaser and Dominic, and neither of them. Kaser doesn't win. Dominic is in the final 3, actually. Oh, it's evictee rules. So this is, who was the first person even evicted at this point? I forgot. Who was the first person evicted? It was... Oh, it was Danielle Reyes, that's right. So this is Danielle Reyes rules. Kaser, Johnny, get out. The final 3 are Elena, Erica, and Dominic. Elena fails. And Dominic, one of the 2 people who is not in any alliance, wins HOH. It's an entire mystery what he's gonna do at this point. He nominates Johnny and Frankie. You have to jump over bales of hay to find vetoes. Dominic wins the power of veto. Decides not to use it. Could Frankie go? Nah. Dominic and Frankie bond, and Dominic starts flirting with Elena. Elena votes to evict Johnny. Erica votes to evict. With 2 votes, it's official. Johnny will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight. Let's see how Kaser votes. I vote to evict Frankie, so by a vote of 2-1, Johnny, you've been evicted. Oh. Oh. The alliance with Elena, Erica, and Frankie. Frankie has left. Meaning that is just Erica as an intermediary between Frankie and Elena. With Kaser and Dominic fully on the outs. Elena wins HOH. Elena nominates Kaser and Frankie. Ooh, you should have stayed in that alliance. You have to correctly answer which evictee was eliminated in which week. The winner of the veto is Erica, who will obviously decide... What? Erica betrays Frankie using the veto on Kaser. Oh wait, Showmance. Erica chooses her Showmance over her alliance, uses the veto on Kaser, meaning the replacement nominee is, by default, Dominic. And right after this, Dominic and Erica start having a showmance. She regrets that now. Whoops. Erica votes to evict Frankie. Oh. Kaser votes to evict Frankie. So by a vote of 2-0, Frankie, you have been evicted. And just like that, the only alliance left in the game is Elena and Erica. Wow. So there's an alliance with Elena and Erica, and then there's two outsiders in Dominic and Kaser. Ian, I get, like, why did he leave the alliance, but that wasn't even half the story. It was also just the fact that Erica decided to keep her showmance over the alliance that she had with Frankie that was separate. Kaser needs to win here, yeah. No doubts. Or Dominic. If Dominic wins... Actually, if Dominic wins, won't put up Erica. You're right. Kaser needs this. Kaser wins HOH at the Final Four before or after comp. Kaser nominates Dominic and Elena. Obviously will not put up his showmance. In the end, Kaser wins the veto and will not use it. Kaser tries to call out why Elena deserves to go. But the ego of Erica is rubbing the house the wrong way. Well, now here's the problem. Erica is in an alliance with Elena and a showmance with Dominic. How will she vote? Thank you, Houston Rockets. Ladies and gentlemen, Erica votes to evict Dominic. So by a vote of 1-0, it's official. Dominic, you've been evicted from the Big Brother All-Stars house. Kaser's agenda does not get through to Erica. But Erica does also have a showmance with Kaser, so if she wins Final HOH, she's getting to choose again. Erica is elbows deep in blood at this point. Part 1 goes to Kaser. Part 2 goes to Erica. The final head of household is Erica, meaning that once again she will have to choose between showmance and alliance. Erica is now drowning in blood. Erica votes to evict Elena by a vote of 1-0. Elena, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. What a move. The showmance has made it to the end. Erica and Kaser give speeches. Erica says she deserves to win because she performed better on challenges, had a better social game, wasn't nominated even once, and didn't receive a vote. Kaser says he had a better strategic game, was saved with veto once, and survived the block thrice. The jurors vote. Elena votes for Erica to win Big Brother due to her answers in the questions. Dominic votes for Kaser to win due to his answers to the questions. Frankie votes for Kaser to win due to his better strategic game. Johnny votes for Kaser to win based on his strategy. Dane votes for Kaser to win due to his more loyal and strategic game. Shima votes for. Congratulations, Kaser! You have won the Big Brother All-Stars Dream Cast Brantsteele. And for the record, the final 3 votes were all also for Kaser, giving him an 8-1 win. But there's still one more prize to give out. America's favorite house guest. Top 3 are Dominic, Elena, and Zach. Third place, Zach. And the winner of America's favorite house guest, Dominic. Oh, yeah. The most popular house guest was Kevin until he was evicted. Then it was Elena for a little bit. Then it was Dominic, all the way until he was evicted. Elena was there for a little bit, and then Kaser. Erica was never more than... Actually, Erica was top 3 most popular for a little bit there, and then dropped to the 3rd least popular. Oh yes, BBUS won. Though we did have 1 BBUS and 1 BB Can reach final. Dane won the most comps. A 5-way tie for most HOHs. Dane won the most vetoes. Elena and Johnny were both nominated 4 times. Netta was saved with veto twice. And Danny and Paris are tied for most votes against with 12. So now the question is, do we end it here? Or do we do another sim? Note that none of these 16 will play again. We will go with the remaining names on the wheel. Oh yeah, voting chart. Here's the voting chart. Oh yeah, I do have to re-add the ones that I deleted. So, who did I delete? I deleted Johnny Mac. I deleted Memphis. I deleted Matt. Actually, wait. No, it was Mark. That's right. I deleted Mark, BB19. Because someone suggested him for some reason. Yeah, I deleted Glenn. I think that was it. But you can see all the people on the wheel here. If anyone has any more suggestions, I'm willing to take any that aren't currently on the wheel or weren't in the last sim. The allowed series are BBCAN, BBUS, and BBOTT. Yes, this time I'm doing relationships. Jerry BB10. Rennie. While we're at it, let's throw Keisha and Libra on there too, because I really like them. I'm not going to add the whole cast of BB10, so I'm sticking with Dan, Memphis, Jerry, Rennie, Keisha, Libra. That's it. I'm not putting all of BB10 on there. Oh, Tyler isn't on there. We should have had him on there. We should have had Tyler on there. Alex, OTT, Bailey, I'm not putting all of BB10 on there. At max, we're putting half of a season on there. We don't have any BB-Can 8 on there, so we'll put Jamal and Maddie. Bridget. I'll throw James Healing on there. Oh, it's Jamar. I'm gonna get canceled. Frank, Jason Roy, Howie, James, fuck, what was his last name? Ryan, in June. And that's it. So, now, brand new cast of 16. Let's shuffle this up. And let's go. Amanda Zuckerman. Now that is entertainment. Howie! Jedi Master himself. He's a weatherman now, did you know that? I should shuffle between every rotation. Alright, I'm fine with that. Let's do it. Gary Levy! He can't handle slop. Johnny Mac. Memphis. I'm forgetting to shuffle. Hold on. Shuffle. Bridget. Yes! Jody is on the cast. Ugh. Alright. Do you guys want to use the one veto on that? Alright, deal. The one veto is being used on that. The next mail that comes up will replace Mark. Ian, I get it, but you don't have to actually listen to her. That's a plus. Becky! Frank is gonna replace Mark. Sabrina. Note that in neither of these wheel spins so far have we gotten Janelle or Brittany. But we've gotten Bridget and Becky. Good TV. Yes. You are the rat. We figured it out. It's just how it works. Two spots left for both male and female. Cameron, another first boot. Bum 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 bum. You can't start the party without her. The final female spot goes to Ika Wong. And the final male spot goes to Dr. Will. Now that is the cast. Alright guys, this is gonna take a bit, but we have to do all the relationships. Amanda doesn't really have any pre-existing relationships with anyone, from what I know. That's easy. Becky, I have a small bond with Johnny Mac from BB17. Bridget would have a slight bond with Frank from BB18. And Franzel. I think Ian was saying no one but Amanda, so that we don't need to make any relationships for Amanda. Cameron. I don't think there's anyone from BB19 on here. No. Besides Cameron. Frank. Slight bond with Nicole F. Gary. We have a slight bond with Ika from BB Can 5. Howie would have a slight bond. We have a small one with Dr. Will from All Stars. Ika would have a slight bond with Sabrina from BB Can 2. Jody would have a small bond with Frank. Johnny Mac and Becky, that's it. Memphis. Oh yeah, Memphis would have one with Rennie. No one else from BB11 is on this cast. And I think that's it. Yeah, I know. Jody technically played with Frank. I've already got that. Popularity can stay random. Profiles. This is what takes the longest. Let's just gun through this. Is anyone specifically good or bad at physical comps on here? Ike is pretty bad. Yeah, Will just naturally is not good at comps in general. You know, we'll keep his quizzes average. Maddie, I'm already planning on doing BB17, working on it. It'll be done at latest by September. Rennie bad at mental. Alright. Frank is good at physical. I think that's it for comps. There's not too much change for comps. Ray's bad endurance too, alright. Alright. Strategic. I'm gonna do all this stuff real quick. Strategic ability. 4. 3. 3. 3. 4. 4. 3. 5. 3. 4. 4. 4. 4. 5. I'm gonna throw Ike at 5, because screw it. Amanda, 2. Becky, 4. Bridget, 5. Cameron, average. Frank, 2. Gary, 1. Howie, 2. Sabrina, 2 at strategic. Alright. Ika, 2. Jody, 3. John, 4. Memphis, 2. Cole, 4. Rennie, 2. Ronnie, 3. Sabrina, 3. Will, 3. Sabrina, 1 at temperament. Rennie at 1. Alright. Loyalty. Amanda's loyal. Becky's loyal. Bridget's loyal. Cameron's average. Frank's loyal. Actually, Frank's very loyal. Gary's average. Howie. He's trustworthy to a fault. Good Lieutenant, there are 4 BBUS first day leavers. Yeah, last season Kaser won, Fabio, with a it was an 8-1 vote. Yeah, it's actually Ika's average, because she was also willing to betray Netta. Jody's average. John, trustworthy. Memphis, trustworthy. Cole, average. Rennie's average. Ronnie, untrustworthy. Will, untrustworthy. Actually, Will can go to 1. Actually, 2, because of Chilltown. Nicole at 1. I'll throw her at 2. I think she's still loyal in some way. Not a rat to everyone, so I'll keep her at 2. Sabrina's trustworthy? Alright. Social skills. 4. 4. 4. 3. 3. 2. 4. And not really. This still has Amanda, Frank, Ika, Johnny Mac, Memphis, Dr. Will, hell, even Ronnie, Nicole Franzel I'll take. 5. I would personally throw Gary at 3. He did not make a good first impression on his season, if I'm remembering right. Johnny Mac's a 5. Memphis is 4. Nicole F is 4. Rennie's 4. Ronnie is 4. Dr. Will is fucking 5. I'll throw him up at 4. I'm not throwing him at 5. Alright. Sabrina 4. Sure. There's no one bad at social skills on this cast, shockingly enough. Alright, that's it. Those are the stats I'm putting in. Alright. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna go grab some water, come back, and then we'll do the second sim. It'll be like 1 or 2 minutes. Alright, right back. To the people saying Ronnie isn't good at social skills, did you watch week 1 of BB11? Because he was popping off with steals. He just got caught as a rat in week 2. That was his only weakness, social-wise. Alright, alliances. Howie and Dr. Will have an alliance. Frank and Nicole F have an alliance. Howie and Dr. Will brought in Ika Wong for a side alliance. Meanwhile, Frank and Nicole F brought in Jody for a side alliance. And then there's just this weird alliance of 4 with Becky, Johnny Mac, Memphis, and Rennie. BB17 and BB10 pairing up there. They have to stand on a pole while hiding a kite. Jody and Nicole F threw it. Memphis, Bridget, Rennie, Becky, Frank, Gary, Fall, Dr. Will, Howie, Cameron, Ronnie, Sabrina, Fall. So we are down to Ika, Amanda, and Johnny Mac. Amanda in 3rd. Johnny Mac in 2nd. Ika is the first head of household. Ika nominates Johnny Mac and Nicole. Cameron, Gary, Howie drawn for the veto. Use a super soaker to dethaw ice. Nicole wins the veto by using a super soaker on ice. Nicole uses the veto on herself. The replacement is Jody. Oh no. I have a bad feeling about this. Dr. Will opens up to Howie. Amanda breaks something of Rennie's. Bridget and Dr. Will are bonding extremely well. Jody lashes out at Cameron. That's not good. Jody finds John creepy. Alright. Amanda votes to evict Johnny Mac. Becky votes to evict Jody. Bridget votes to evict Johnny Mac. Cameron votes to evict Johnny Mac. Frank votes to evict Johnny Mac. Gary votes to evict Johnny Mac. That is 5 votes Johnny Mac, 1 vote Jody. Howie votes to evict Johnny Mac. Memphis votes to evict Jody. Nicole. With 7 votes, it's official. Johnny Mac will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight, but let's see how the other votes fall. Rennie votes to evict Jody. Ronnie votes to evict Johnny Mac. Sabrina votes to evict Johnny Mac. Dr. Will votes to evict Johnny Mac. Note that 5 of the people who voted Johnny Mac out threw their vote. If those 5 people had thrown their vote on Jody instead, then Jody would be gone 8-5 here. But instead, by a vote of 10-3, Johnny Mac, you are the first evicted. And note that because of the template I'm using, there is no battle back. Ugh. And Dr. Will leaves the alliance, leaving Howie and Ika in their own 2-person alliance. Howie and Ika have an alliance, and then there's a Howie and Will 2-person alliance. I guess Will could not deal with Ika. Three people throwing the comp in a row. Top 3, Rennie, Howie, and Cameron. Cameron 3rd. Howie 2nd. Rennie wins the 2nd HOH. Puts up Amanda and Ika. Make the moves. Sabrina, Jody, Dr. Will, all playing in the veto. Dr. Will wins a comp. Doesn't use the veto. Frank calls out Ika. Ronnie lashes out at Howie. The ego of Gary is rubbing the house the wrong way. Makes sense. Howie tries to throw Ronnie under the bus after Ronnie lashes out at him. Wow. Becky votes to evict Amanda. Bridget votes to evict Ika. Cameron votes to evict Ika. Frank votes to evict Ika. 3-1. Gary votes to evict Amanda. Howie votes to evict Amanda. 3-3. Jody votes to evict Ika. Memphis votes to evict Amanda. 4-4. Nicole votes to evict Amanda. Ronnie votes to evict Ika. Sabrina votes to evict Amanda. 6-5 in favor of Amanda going. It's all down to Dr. Will. Dr. Will votes to evict Amanda. So by a vote of 7-5, Amanda, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Wow. Ika manages to stay. Somehow. The alliance between Howie and Ika is no more. Yikes. It's the bathtub comp from last season that we simmed. Final three of Becky, Sabrina, and Ronnie. The fuck's this? Becky third, Sabrina second, Ronnie once again wins an HOH. Puts up Howie and Gary. Ooh, dog. Sabrina, Memphis, Gary picks Frank with house guest choice because he doesn't want anyone he picks to win. It's the dice comp from the BB16. Remember that. Gary wins the veto. Doesn't use it. What am I saying? Gary uses it on himself. No duh. Ronnie picks Dr. Will. Ronnie, you're making master moves in week 3. What are you doing, homie? Oh my god. Ika almost gets into a fight with Frank. I could see it. Jody lashes out at Rennie. Cameron has an emotional breakdown. Dr. Will flips Memphis's mattress. Howie opens up to Dr. Will. Frank. Oh! Rennie has a sudden outburst and walks from the game. The eviction is canceled. My god. And just like that, Ronnie's HOH does not get to end. Good Lieutenant, they could not physically do that because... They could not do that because that is the first person to ever walk from the game. There have been 4 people ejected. Alright, next HOH. Ika and Jody throw. Dr. Will throws. Top 3, Frank, Becky, Bridget. Bridget is the new HOH. Yes! Bridget puts up Gary and Memphis. Interesting, noms. Bridget picks Dr. Will for house guest choice. Howie and Ronnie also drawn. Dr. Will threw the veto. The winner of the veto is Memphis, who's obviously going to use it on himself. The replacement nominee, Howie. Ika has an emotional breakdown. And Bridget invents a new game. Nice. Becky votes to evict Gary. Cameron votes to evict Gary. Frank votes to evict Gary. Ika votes to evict Gary. Jody votes to evict Gary. With 6 votes, it's official. Gary will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight. 7, 8, 9, And by a vote of 10-0, Gary, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Wow. Unanimous. That just happened. Dr. Will throws yet another comp. Top 3, Memphis, Howie, Frank. Frank threw it. Howie finishes second. Memphis is HOH. Puts up Dr. Will and Cameron. Howie, Bridget for house guest choice for Dr. Will, and Nicole are going to play in the veto. Maneuver a wooden car through a maze. In the end, Memphis wins the veto and doesn't use it. Nicole and Cameron bond. Nicole holds a house meeting, well received. Ronnie threatens to quit. Becky isolates herself. And Memphis has an emotional breakdown. Break it down. So Becky votes to evict Dr. Will. Bridget votes to evict Cameron. Frank votes to evict Dr. Will. Howie votes to evict Cameron. Ika votes to evict Dr. Will. Jody votes to evict Cameron. 3-3. Nicole votes to evict Dr. Will. Ronnie votes to evict Cameron. It's all down to Sabrina's vote. Give me one moment, folks. So as we know, it's currently a 4-4 vote. Sabrina votes to evict Cameron by a vote of 5-4. You have been evicted. Dr. Will is made jury. The alliance of Becky and Memphis is no more. It's the egg fence thing. Dr. Will threw it. Bridget threw it. Top 3, Howie, Frank, and Jody. Jody third. Frank second. Howie wins HOH. Puts up Ronnie and Becky. Dr. Will for house guest choice. Sabrina, Ika. It's the trash veto comp from the original BB All-Stars. Oh, Daniel Lopez, you want a link to the game right here. Yeah, this is the cast I'm currently working with. Don't spoil any of the results, please. Because even I haven't seen them. If you do, I'm gonna fucking kick you or whatever. So yeah, Howie finishes last in the veto. Ika, Ronnie don't do great. Down to Sabrina, Dr. Will, and Becky. Sabrina third. Dr. Will second. Becky wins the veto, saving herself from the block. The replacement nomination is Bridget. Ooh. This is going to be an interesting vote. Dr. Will invents a new game. Jody and Nicole bond. Sabrina tells a heartfelt story. Becky votes to evict Ronnie. Frank votes to evict Ronnie. Ika votes to evict Bridget. Jody votes to evict Ronnie. Memphis votes to evict Ronnie. Nicole, with 5 votes, it's official. Ronnie will be leaving the Big Brother house tonight, but let's see how the other votes fall. Sabrina votes Ronnie. Dr. Will, Ronnie. By a vote of 7-1, Ronnie, you have been evicted. Nicole leaves the alliance of Frank, Jody, and Nicole. So Frank has an alliance with Nicole and now also has a separate alliance with Jody. So Frank looking pretty covered right now. Surfing comp. A bunch of people fall. The final 3 are Jody, Becky, and Bridget. Becky 3rd. Jody 2nd. Bridget is once again HOH. Nominees. Becky and Memphis. Dr. Will just cannot stop getting picked for House Guest Choice. Becky draws Sabrina, Memphis, Frank. Dr. Will once again throws the veto. It's Otev. Becky finishes 3rd. Frank 2nd. Bridget wins the veto. Bridget doesn't use it. Oh. Isn't Dr. Will married? Isn't he married now? Wow. That sure is a showmance. Hello, Jackaboy Jackson. Frank votes to evict Becky. Howie votes to evict Becky. Ika votes to evict Memphis. Jody votes to evict Becky. With 4 votes, it's official. Becky will be leaving the house tonight. Sabrina votes Becky. Dr. Will, Becky. Survivor 6-1. Becky, you've been evicted. Here's our final 9. Bridget, Frank, Howie, Ika, Jody, Memphis, Nicole, Sabrina, and Dr. Will. Somewhere Steve is cheering. Big Brother Slalom. Isn't that comp from BB13? I think I'm right. Jody wins HOH. Nominates Ika and Memphis. Jody draws Frank. Ika picks Dr. Will for House Guest Choice. Why is everyone best friends with Dr. Will? How is everyone best friends with Dr. Will? I don't get it. Memphis draws Nicole. Huh. Okay, this is weird. So basically you have to determine if someone's lying or telling the truth. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Dr. Will threw the comp. Jody won the veto. Obviously not going to use it. The ego of Howie rubbed the house the wrong way, which makes him the perfect person to bond with Jody. Frank holds a house meeting to apologize for his behavior. Well received. In the end, Bridget votes Ica. Frank votes Ica. Howie votes Memphis. Cole votes Ica. Sabrina votes Memphis. It's all down to Dr. Will. Votes to evict Memphis. So by a vote of 3-3, we have a tie. Jody, as head of household, you must now cast the sole vote to evict Jody votes to evict Ica. You've been evicted from the Big Brother house. She gives an explosive speech on her way out. Classic Ica. It's the spin in a circle, hold on to a rope comp. Frank third. Howie second. Bridget gets what? Third HOH? Gets a third HOH. Nice. Bridget nominates Howie and Memphis. Bridget once again picking Dr. Will for House Guest Choice. This is the third time she's had to pick Dr. Will for House Guest Choice. Howie picks Sabrina. Memphis draws Frank. It's the stare fold comp. Memphis wins the veto. Uses it on himself. Will shockingly didn't throw that comp. Almost won it. The replacement nominee is Jody. Dr. Will opens up to Bridget. Jody trying to throw Sabrina under the bus. Howie lashes out at Sabrina. Frank votes out Howie. Memphis votes out Howie. With 3 votes, it's official. Howie will be leaving. So by a vote of 4-1, Howie has been evicted from the Big Brother house. The alliance of Frank and Jody is no more, meaning the only alliance left is Frank and Nicole. Oh no. It's Seed Saw. It's the comp with all of the balls and the shovel from BB16. If you don't know that comp, you should watch my video about BB16. Shameless plug. Top 3 in the comp: Sabrina, Frank, and Jody. Jody third. Sabrina second. Frank wins HOH. I'm honestly just gonna assume that every time that doesn't say that Will tried to throw a comp, that he actually did and just didn't tell production. Now, Frank won HOH. Put up Sabrina and Jody. Frank picks Memphis for House Guest Choice. Sabrina draws Bridget. Jody draws Dr. Will. Dr. Will threw a comp. It's the mashup faces comp. Memphis wins the veto. Does not use it. Sabrina has an emotional breakdown. Nicole has another house meeting. Bridget breaks something of Nicole's. Bridget votes to evict Jody. Memphis votes to evict Jody. Nicole votes to evict Sabrina. Dr. Will votes to evict Jody. So by a vote of 3-1, Jody, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Finally, both of the big first boots this season are out of the house, and it's now the final 6. Only one BB can person is left, do note. A new alliance! The Showmance, Bridget and Dr. Will, has officially formed. And they come in the 2 worst positions in the HOH comp. Great. Memphis wins. Puts up Dr. Will and Sabrina. Bridget threw the veto, even though Dr. Will's on the block. Dr. Will wins the veto. Yeah, I think Sabrina's the go. It's either Sabrina or Memphis. Dr. Will wins veto. Bridget the replacement. Oh no, I got a bad feeling. I think Bridget's gone. And, yep, I think that seals it. Bridget finds Memphis creepy and tells other house guests. Frank votes to evict Sabrina. Nicole votes to evict Bridget. Dr. Will votes to evict Sabrina. By a vote of 2-1, the GOAT is out. The GOAT got voted out at the final 6. The Showmance is still alive. The only person not in an alliance is Memphis. I think Memphis is the GOAT, even though he's won the most comps this season with 6. Memphis has won 6 competitions. He's won 4 vetoes. The alliance of Frank and Nicole is no more. So, the only alliance in the house is Bridget and Dr. Will. HOH, Bridget wins! Yes! Dr. Will is safe. Memphis and Nicole end up going on the block. Zingbot veto. Memphis wins. Uses on himself. Frank is the replacement. The ego of Frank is rubbing the house the wrong way. I think that seals his fate. By a vote of 2-0, Frank, you've been evicted. Here's our final 4. Bridget, Memphis, Nicole, Dr. Will. Yep, Frank's gone. Let's proceed. It's about pictures on the memory wall. Nicole finishes 3rd. Dr. Will wins HOH at the final 4, ensuring that Bridget and him will go to the final 3. Nominates Memphis and Nicole. It's all down to the veto. Bridget 3rd. Dr. Will 2nd. Bridget's going on the block. This might be a somber HOH for Dr. Will, depending on the decision. Memphis votes to evict. Bridget. Dr. Will Showmance goes on his HOH. And just like that, no alliances remain in the house. It's a free-for-all. Dr. Will finishes third. Memphis wins part 1. Nicole wins part 2. I think that seals it. Nicole is the final HOH. Dr. Will, the mastermind that he is, manages to convince Nicole to vote out Memphis, despite Memphis having an unbreakable relationship with Nicole. That's amazing. Opening speeches. Nicole says she deserves to win because she had a better social game and didn't receive a vote once. Dr. Will says he deserves to win because he had a better strategic game, performed better on challenges, won 3, and survived despite being nominated 4 times. Memphis votes to evict Dr. Will. Votes for Dr. Will to win, sorry. Bridget votes for Dr. Will to win. Frank votes for Dr. Will to win. Sabrina votes for Nicole to win. Jody votes for Dr. Will to win. Howie votes for, congratulations, Dr. Will, you have won. For the record, Ika voted for Dr. Will, Becky voted for Nicole, Ronnie voted for Dr. Will. So overall, Dr. Will won by a vote of 7-2. But now, America's favorite. Is it Bridget, Ika, or Sabrina? Third place, Bridget. Fan favorite is Ika. Ika Wong is America's favorite. Most comp wins by far is Memphis with 8. What's the record? 9? 9's the record, right? Yeah, you're right, Infernox. That was a real lucky walk. The record for comp wins is 9, right? I'm pretty sure on that. Yeah, that was a really good season. Bridget got 4 HOHs. Memphis got 6 POVs. Memphis was nominated the most with 7. Saved the most with vetoes with 4. The most votes against is a tie between Gary and Johnny Mac. And for the record, I'm not translating from Western Frisian Google Translate. Here's the voting chart. Alright. this has been a fun more than 2.5 hours with you guys, but I gotta head out at some point here, so I hope you all enjoyed this little thing. I'm glad I was able to enjoy this with you guys because of getting so many subscribers. Yeah, this has just been absolutely insane. So, I'll see you guys for the verbal week 2 recap of BB22 episodes next week, and for the rest of the season, and hopefully mid-September before you'll have BB17 in 6 or 7 hours, probably somewhere around there. Alright, this has been Ninjas FTW, signing off.